Hey fans, I'm Ryan Mink. I am joined by linebacker Nigel Carr, the undrafted rookie free agent, who I'm sure you've been hearing a lot of buzz about. Nigel's been doing pretty well so far in OTAs and minicamp. And Nigel, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
Just how well do you feel like it's going so far?
It's going good. I made a lot of plays out there. I made a lot of strides from the first minute count to the last one. So I'm proud of my performance. But just got to keep getting better and just keep working at it.
Right. And what's it like playing next to Ray Lewis, who, you're a Florida guy, started at Florida State, and you see Ray Lewis, Miami guy. What's it like playing next to him?
It's sort of like a dream sometimes. I just gotta remind myself that it's real. I might look back at the meetings and be like, wow, that's Ray. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something it's trying to get used to, just being around him, being around a guy that great. And just learning from him. So I'm excited about that.
Right. Was he kind of the guy that you idolized growing up, or which linebacker were you watching a lot?
Yeah, no question was Ray because his energy and passion, I had some of the same traits he has as far as just the love for the game. So, I used to always look at his videos online about the motivation things he did, and it's kind of awesome being around him. So.
Right. And now I've seen you at practice. You making some tackles, and you said you didn't want to start doing the screaming and yelling and showing all that passion right away. You want to kind of assimilate in, but I've seen a little bit more of it in recent practices.
Yeah, I just gotta be myself. And I talked to my mom about that. I just let her know what I was doing. She was like, you gotta do what you did to get there. So I just started to let it go a little bit and just being myself.
Right. And you were, like I said, a big time recruit and big time player at Florida State, getting ready to become a starter, and then you kind of had some trouble with the law, and it ended up having to transfer. How tough was that process for you, and how much have you grown as a result of those felony charges?
It was very tough. That was one of the toughest things I had to deal with in my life, was going through that process. But like you said, it made me grow so much. It made me become a better person. It just made me not take things for granted, and just realize that my mistakes could not only hurt me but hurt my family and the ones that really care for me. So, I'm kind of glad I went through that process, because I got my mess ups out the way early instead of down the line when I'm with a great organization and messing up their name and things like that. So, you got to take the bad with the good, kind of sort of thing like that.
Right. And what are you out to prove, to show to people? I know you're a father, and stuff like that. What are you out to show people?
Just out to show them that I'm a great guy, a great football player, a great character guy who just want to make up for what he did wrong, and just give me a chance, and you won't be mistaken.
Well, you've got this chance now with the Ravens, and but it's still tough. It's tough to make the team as an undrafted rookie. How do you look at your quest to kind of be the next guy that could be kept on this team?
Man, I just pray, man. I just pray every day. I just tell God just to let me control what I can control. Don't worry about the number game. And okay, I got to beat this guy out, beat that guy. I just got to control what I can control and do what I do best, and that's play football. And things will work out for me. If it's a practice squad, if it's the 53-man roster, I just got to go out there every day and just put in work. So that's really it.
All right, cool. Well, thank you very much, Nigel Carr. I appreciate it. And fans, you can keep it locked here on BaltimoreRavens.com as we continue to get to know the rookies.